Welcome to I Am Care I Create. Uh, Thank you for joining me today. We're doing a weekly reading for the fire sign Leo. Leo is represented by the Lust card in this deck. Lust is the Tet basket snake surround. I like to think of it as the word passion. Um, it's also represented with 5, 6, and 7 of wands. Um, let's do a mantra to focus the energies on Leo for the weekly reading. Angels, beloved you are, blessed you are. Thank you. Please focus the energies of Leo on the cards for a weekly reading for January, the third week of January. When one become two, what will you do? What is what is, and what is everlasting abundance, unity and connection, perfection. 11:11, the mirror. I love God. Angels, please focus unconditional self-acceptance and loving discernment of self um, down through our crown chakra into our minds, through our thoughts, into our throat chakra, our words and communication, into our heart chakra, our desires, into our solar plexus, our creative force, into our um, sacral center, our passion, and out through the root chakra, manifesting into the mirror, so that we may um, exhibit loving ourselves with our whole heart, body, mind, and soul, and neighbor as ourself, um, for the greatest discernment and growth um, towards betterment, for the conscious, the whole conscious construct. Let's, I think, did a card flip over? No. This card wants me to take it though. So we're doing a 7-card spread. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got Monday, the Princess of Discs. Tuesday, the Moon card. We have the Ace of Wands for Wednesday. The Hierophant for Thursday. I guess I should start doing that. It's nice. The Hangman for Friday. 8 of Wands for Saturday. And 4 of Discs for Sunday. So now I'll just look at them and get an overall reading for the week. Oh, I feel you're feeling full of creative feminine force, inspired by a deep part of yourself that um, moves you with some fiery manifestation power and brings a higher understanding that leads to patience. Um, a lot of energy swirls around you, um, making you feel powerful. So that's um, the overall feeling for the week. To describe it as an energy, I feel like the energy is being compressed into a ball, maybe the shape of the moon. And the moon is drawing the ball. The energies of the moon are drawing the ball. This friction is a very strong manifestation energy. The somehow I think by some past force understanding, you're inspired, and the energy is inspired to create. Um, but there has to be a sacrifice. Energy ends up just waiting. I almost feel like on on Saturday it just shoots out like a star. Well, it's eight different directions, just like, and it's probably um, making a shape like that, and somehow, and because of the shape, um, it's gaining a lot of power in its space. So let's go through each day and read a bit and pull some more information. So Monday, we have the Princess of Wands, which is a feminine, birthing, caring, giving aspect. Earthly part of fire, energetic young woman. Sorry, this is the Princess of Discs. Did I say that? Yeah, Princess of Discs. Let me make sure I get the right card. Princess of Discs, airy part of Earth, energetic. What's the prince? Earthly part of Earth. There we go. A young woman, beautiful and strong, pregnant with life. She is generous, kind, diligent, and benevolent, influenced, wasteful, and at war with her essential dignity. So, young woman, beautiful and strong, pregnant with life. This could be an individual on Monday. It could be an person. Um, it also could be that aspect of yourself that's ready to create. It could be a combination. Let's move on to Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, the moon. The moon is an event, the trump. Roy Quaff, sun behind time, so represents the unconditional loving acceptance part, the void, the dark, the unconscious part of yourself because the light has not shone on it. The moon represents the moon itself, a desire draw. Um, we can read it in the cards too. The moon. Illusion, deception, bewilderment, falsehood, voluntary change, influence, hysteria, madness. Well, you could be going crazy or think you're going crazy. Um, and then on Wednesday, we have the Ace of Wands. The root of power of fire, energy, strength, neutral force, sexual vigor. Um, so this is where I feel the energy is breaking apart, or is I was feeling that it's like building up a fiery energy in the core. Um, so I feel you're feeling passionate today. Um, you really have the desire to create something. On Thursday, you are researching or finding out wisdom from somebody, or um, this is the Hierophant. It's another event card, guided Vav, nail, secure, add, and so you going back on your past understanding, beliefs of self, what is, and adding to that information. We can read it too. It's the Hierophant, which is 5. Divine wisdom, inspiration, stubborn strength, toil, endurance, persistence, teaching, help from superiors, patient, um, organization, peace, goodness of heart. Goodness of heart. Organization, peace, learning new information about self from past information. So that's Thursday. Friday, well, this is learning about it. This is exhibiting it, I guess. So obviously there's some patient and sacrificial energy here. We can look up the Hangman. This is also an event. So you have uh, 3 events this week. Let's find the Hierophant. Or sorry, let's find the Hangman. Mm-hmm. Patience, mem, water, chaos, blood. It could be related to family. Um, redemption through sacrifice, new perceptive perspectives, punishment, loss, defeat, failure, suffering. I almost feel like this is the energy is like giving into all the energy around it and just becoming this compressed ball, this tight little compressed ball, which uh, could mean you feeling uh, forces around you that you're not fighting back. You're just giving and maybe avoiding. You may be um, letting people do what they do, letting energies do what they do around you on Saturday, drawing into self a little bit more, sacrificing what you want to do for what other people want to do. But most likely you'll still have a good time. And then sorry, this is Friday. On Saturday, um, this is where I feel the energies just shoot out in at least 8 different directions, and like little spikes from the center that just. Um, let's look up swiftness. This is the Wands, Eight of Wands. Swiftness, speech, light, electricity, energy of high velocity, activity, approaching goals, letter, messages, boldness, freedom, too much force applied, too suddenly. Um, so you may almost lash out in a sense on Saturday. You may be sharp. Um, make sure people know what you want that day. You may make a stand. I gave in here. Let's go this. Let's do this now. Um, and that authority, um, that that passionate direction, I think is what you end up. The energy ends up feeling and taking a stance on Sunday, which is more of a relaxed, empowered energy. You're just absorbing that new power stance. And that's the Four of Discs. You can look up the Four of Discs. Power, law and order, gain of money and influence, success, rank, dominion, physical skill, influence, prejudice, envy, suspicious, lack of or originality. Lack of originality. So I'm getting the gain, feeling your stance of authority. You know, people listen to you on Saturday. Maybe that's you're doing what you planned on Saturday on Sunday, um, where you gave in on on Friday and did what somebody else wanted, or their way, and then maybe it wasn't even it wasn't working out, and then your idea um, made everybody more happy and for the better. So that ends the weekly reading for the third week of January. Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully this was helpful in discerning your week, or if you're looking at it at the end of the week, um, reflecting on your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, and what you created and what was manifested in your perspective. Beloved you are, blessed you are. Thank you. Amen.